Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to my channel. Last we left off, I was mowing and merging, and I'm continuing to do that. We are getting the grass off this field. I just couldn't resist, or I was going to just leave it, but I can't. I can't waste crop like that. It has to be. We need to take care of it. I'm not going to throw it away. We're going to use all of it, every inch, every ounce. All right, so lift that up. And we're going to lift this up. And let's see here. I also need to check on the other tractor, so we're going to take a break here and check and see how this guy's doing. Okay, he's still going good, so he's not stuck again. He kept getting stuck, so that was a little frustrating. But he's going okay now. All right, so our next move is going to be over here. I'm going to drop this. We're going to drop these, and off we go. So somebody did change the horn on this one. Somebody was telling me that you can actually edit the files and make your own horn sounds. I thought that was pretty funny. This one sounds like a train engine. Is that what a John Deere horn sounds like? I don't know. I don't think I've ever heard a tractor beep in my life. But I suppose they do. Now my merged pile is going to get all messed up here. I might even, let's see here. Now if we raise it up here, that should be fine. My only complaint with this tractor is the turn radius is a little bit wide. There it goes, it starts doing a mess again. And we're going to drop the merger. Dude, we can merge the grass, man. And I know I'm missing some of it. You have to kind of overlap through the pile because there's grass underneath there. So that's how we get it. This outfit works great, though. I mean, this really is brilliant. That Kuhn DLC with that merger really makes a huge... It's just a cool setup. It's very technologically advanced. Yeah. But making the world a little bit easier, one day at a time. Kuhn. That was my Kuhn tagline. You like that? Do you think I deserve a sponsorship from Kuhn and John Deere? This channel is brought to you by John Deere. Nope, not so much. They're like, no, sorry, you're too goofy. All right, fine. I see how it is. Thrill as Arthur backs his tractor into the chicken coop. Will this work? Yep, it lowers both. Good. And we're going to lower the merger here in a second. There we go. All right, off we go for another exciting pass at the Mowing Simulator 2017. It's weird. My kids got picked up today by my ex-wife, and it's so quiet here for a Friday. Usually the kids are around on Fridays. But it's quiet. Too quiet. And I'm super excited. The winds are going to be very calm tomorrow afternoon, so I probably will get to fly my little biplane. I was hoping I'd be able to get it out there, and it looks like I will now because the weather's going to cooperate this weekend, so that'll be perfect. And then we have our concert tomorrow night, and that'll be fun. All right, so we'll get this merger lifted up. There we go. And go around. Ah, I might have to run the merger down this one more time. It's weird. There must be really tall grass. It's the tallest grass ever. So we are going to miss some spots, but life will go on. There's a spot right there I missed. This curve is gonna be a pain for me to grab with the collection wagon. Collection wagons don't do sharp curves like that very well. This will probably be the last pass I do down here. We'll just move this around and pick it up at the other end. It's getting too tight in here with this chicken or sheep pen, actually, is what it is. There we go. And we'll put this down here. Ta-da! So I didn't realize that the merger, it can be used for the straw, and if you have a really small harvester, this merger would be good. You know, it's like the size of the medium-sized windrower. But where it really comes in its strength here is obviously it's designed to really work with these mowing sets. It's an exact fit. Like the size of it's exactly the width of the mowers, and that to me says this is really what it was designed for. Was this kind of work? Ugh, I wonder if I'm working the long way on the field, but whatever, it's too late now. Whoops, I screwed that up. Oh well. Or I'm going to have to come back and remerge all that anyway, so what does it matter? Did my front mower not go back down again? Ah! Crap, what the frick? Seriously. Quit horsing off. Doing a terrible job mowing. Great, now the whole thing's lifted up again. I am getting angry at this point. I don't know why it's being weird today, but... Merge mess up. Oh, brother. I'm just going to have to redo all this. Dang it. For the most part, it'll be an easy collect, but some of this I'll have to fix. I'm just going to leave the merger running because we're going to, like I said, we have to redo all these piles anyway, so just let it be. We'll clean up down the other end too. This tractor just doesn't have a sharp enough turning radius for what I'm trying to do here. It's not terrible, but it's pretty. I have to swing pretty wide to get the 180. I want it a little tighter pattern, a little toit. You bet your sweet bippy. Lift. Mess. Curve. Fix. Chop. Shaw. Kapow. Alright, now it's going smooth. I got this. Aw, yeah. I like the tractor competitions they show on TV or on YouTube, but it's only good when one of the tractors gets pulled in half. Can you imagine that? Like the one I was watching, somebody had put one on our Facebook page, and it was kind of funny to me because it just was like the tractors. Oh, he's finished his task again. I bet they were just getting like none of them were actually winning. They were just once in a while you'd see one win, but in general they were just. they were just getting shellacked. Like they were just doing traction. Like they weren't even really getting anywhere. It was kind of, I don't know, disappointing. You'll see how I fix that top line. We'll make that nice and clean. Don't worry. Don't fret. So I picked up a, this is a kind of a sad story, but a happy story at the same time. I started off flying remote control airplanes through helicopters. My first RC toy, I guess, was a, remote control heli called the it was an S300, which is a Schweitzer helicopter, but it was an MCX helicopter. It was a little, what's the word they call that? Coaxial helicopter. So it had the one blade spun one way, the other blade spins the other way. It was about $100 helicopter, but it was at the time it was groundbreaking. It was a micro. It's like one of the first like hobby grade micro helicopters, and it's made by the Blade Corporation, and it was a really well made helicopter, and that's what I learned to fly on, and I just had a great time with it. I still have it actually. It's pretty worn. I mean, I've done maybe, I don't know, I mean literally hundreds of flights, if not thousands, on that helicopter, because I've flown it for years. I've had it for 10 years almost. And then I got the second helicopter of that series. It's a Blade MSR, and then right after that they came out with a helicopter called the MSR 120, which was like twice the size of the SR. I didn't press anything to lower or raise my mowers, did I? Okay. Anyway, so I got the SR, and but the SR 120 was like $150. I just couldn't afford it. It was too expensive. And it was a cool helicopter, but they just, it's like, well, I got the SR, and the SR is good enough, and, but I really wanted the 120. So, anyway, Evelyn yesterday found my wedding ring. I had taken it off after we got separated when Kat left with her stupid boyfriend, and I was like, well, I don't, the pattern that I'm making is not going to work for what I'm trying to do here. Oops. And so she found it. Like, I had taken it off and put it in a drawer and forgotten about it. And she's like, Dad, here's this. I found your ring. Like, what do you want to do with it? And I'm like, throw it out. And I'm like, you know what? Ding! Little light goes on. I'm like, it's made of gold. Let's sell that thing. And she's like, you can sell them? And I'm like, yeah. So she went with me, and I said, you know what? I'm going to have fun with this. I'm going to sell this ring, and I'm going to buy something fun. And so I got about $150 from the ring, and I'm like, cool. And so I went to the hobby store, and I'm like, what do you got? Like I'm just looking around, and I was like, oh, they've got the new edition of the SR 120. It's just called the 120S now. They changed the name, took the yellow canopy away and made it green, and it was $119. And then with the extra battery with tax, it was $138. So I sold my wedding ring and got a really cool helicopter. I was like, awesome, like that was a win, like this is a helicopter I wanted forever. So I did fly it today in my living room. It's a little too windy outside tonight, but I'm going to fly it tomorrow outside. But it's basically a giant scale version of the MSR. Now, if you look carefully on my channel, way down at the very bottom of my playlist is an RC section, and you'll see some crappy videos of me flying my blue MSR. But it's basically the same thing but bigger. But I might make a video of it. We'll see. But it's a really cool helicopter, and I was super excited. I'm like, well, that's a nice ending to a sad, because like when she found it, it made me kind of sad. I'm like, great. That's that makes me get a little depressed, like. But then I was like, hey, I could turn this into something fun, like I'm gonna get something fun. So I did that instead, and now I'm happy. It makes me happy. So it's gonna be an RC year this year because I'm taking about $200 with me to the Toledo show. That's in 2 weeks. I'm super excited. It's on April 7th, 8th, and 9th. I'm going to Week Signals in Toledo, and I'm also going to try to visit Micah, and I think Micah's going to meet us there. So, but he was telling me there's a great taco place that we need to go to. So I think we'll go to the show, and then get some tacos. I'm not sure what day I'm going yet. I was going to go Sunday originally, but then I realized that my friend that wanted to come with me can't go on that day. So I'm thinking we're going to go on Saturday maybe. We'll have to see. And I might even borrow my mom's car, because if I get a bigger airplane, I won't be able to fit much into my little Toyota. But anyway, Marky, Soupy, and I are going. Soupy gets in free because he's 11, and Mark gets in free because he's serving in the armed forces. So that'll be fun. It'll be a blast. It'll be a big party. But I'm going to try to get. Sometimes they have like really good deals there. Like, there'll just be one airplane that nobody bought, and all the vendors will be trying to get rid of theirs. So like, that's one of the reasons why I like to go, because then you get these. They have airplanes there. Like I think I've told you before, but they have airplanes there that are normally like, 150 to $200, and they're selling them for $60, $70. So I'm gonna go pick some of them up. And I also need a part for one of my airplanes. I broke a clevis when I was trying to adjust the tail, and the clevis snapped. And I'm like, oh. And so I called the company, and they're like, well, we don't have anything. I'm like, what do you mean you don't? What? Like, we don't have anything available. I'm like, that's definitely not good enough. Like, what do you mean you don't have anything? Like, we don't have that part. I'm like, but you still sell the airplane. Like, it's something that you've been selling for like 4 years now, and they're still in stock. Like, can't you? Ugh. So anyway, I'm gonna have to find a fix for that. That'll be a couple bucks. And I still haven't tried to see if my big airplane will fit in the back of my car. If it does, I'm keeping it. But if it doesn't, I'll probably end up selling it, because it's probably still worth $300 or $400. And I can't use it. If I can't put it in my car, I can't fly it. So it's like, well, I might as well invest in something that I can use. I can't make this turn. It's just not. We're gonna finish this, and then we'll get the other We'll get the tractor going on a different field. I'm just realizing that we're probably not going to be able to get fields planted today. We're probably just going to be able to get them to the point where they're ready to be planted, because they need to be. I have to look at my seeder and stuff and figure out what we're going to plant, and then we have to fertilize the fields and stuff. Once they're plowed, we should lay some fertilizer down. I think we're only on one state. I'll check that again before I do it, but I think we just have one state. But yeah, I was disappointed about the Alps map. I think I talked about that a little bit in the last episode. I was kind of sad. Like, dang, it's not done. Like, it's close, but it's really got a long way to go too. So we're gonna miss one strip here. Oh well, life goes on. Yeah, we're gonna get a lot of grass from this too. All right, so let's go ahead and put this up. Bless me. Bless me heart. I think that came from in the old days. They thought that if you sneezed, it was really bad if you sneezed, like it was your heart, like your heart could stop. And of course that's not the case, but that's what they used to think. All right, so we're gonna make we're gonna fix our windrow, and I might go for a walk tonight. It's actually like 65 degrees outside today. It's beautiful. It's gonna be beautiful tomorrow too. I'm thinking I haven't been for a walk in forever. So since like October. Since October. Whoa, big blop. I don't know if that's going to pick it up. I probably have to come back and do 2 runs. Yeah, this thing spread it out a little. Come on, merger. Clean it up for me, dude. Nope, it's just pushing the blops over like a little bit. It's not really cleaning them up. Okay, well, we'll have to see how the collection wagon does. I thought it would kind of spread it out a little bit, but no, no dice. So let's go ahead and put this away. And, oh, we need to fold that up. I forgot you gotta sit still while you're doing this. Remember those latches, they won't latch if you don't sit still. So if you're moving, those things will flop around and you'll have to redo it. Don't want a floppy windrower. Wait, I'm going the wrong way. Shoot. Ah, so tight. Okay, so we're going to go this way. And try that again. I forgot. It's been a while since I've been on this farm, like I said, and I forgot how much I love this farm. I am going to windrow that one section too, so we're actually going to unfold this. I folded too soon. We're going to merge to the middle. Work mode, middle. There we go. Start her up. Let her drop. Off we go. There we go.
There we go. That'll clean it up a little. Alright. Put her away.
Well, be still. Are they latched? They're latched. All right, let's go. Sweet. This episode brought to you by Pottinger, Kuhn, and John Deere. Nothing runs like a Deere with a Pottinger and a Kuhn. So really, this kind of setup, even though the Big M is obviously larger, but it kind of does the same thing as the Big M, which is nice because it gives us a little bit less, much less expensive way to do it, because you have a tractor, which you already are going to need, and then the mowers, which are about 100,000, and the merger, which is about 100,000. So you're looking at about 400,000. But you can also use it like a tractor, which the Big M you can't. So let's subtract the 250 for the tractor out of that. You're dealing a $200,000 expense for about, the Kuhns. I think in real life they're about $500,000. So $500,000. And I do have it from Farmers Direct that in general you're not really supposed to drive off-road with your dualies, but you can. If you're in farming season in America, you can actually drive a tractor on the road with dual tires. Not a big deal. As long as you're not like blocking a lot of traffic and stuff, or you have, you're just doing it to be a jerk. But if you have purpose, you can actually drive your dualies on public roads. So, wow, that's interesting. Sliding. That's a tractor bug right there. We discovered a bug. Sliding tractor. It's interesting. It's going to keep going too. Now when the motor's not running, it doesn't do that. So that's really weird. It's cool. It's like the detail's really cool. Look at the cutting heads and stuff. Like it's really it's like real life. That's what they really look like. And they probably spin underneath, which is kind of cool too. All right, so let's go ahead and pull this in. We'll just store this here. I think that's all the way in, right? Yep. Might be a little too far in, actually. There we go. All right, so let's go ahead and jump out to our field and see if this guy actually got done. He did. He actually finished. So we're going to clean this up a little bit, because he left a big mess on the ends. We'll have to come back and get that little spot. Dang it. Maybe. I think the cultivator will take care of that, actually. It's not the end of the world, but So I forgot we're plowing, not cultivating. Yeah, this thing's working really hard on this. Like, we do need a bigger tractor for this eventually. So that'll be our goal. We'll work towards some new tractors. But for the time being, it's fine. And I think, like most people have said, in real life, you really only do plow and seed at, like, 5 miles an hour on the high side of things. So, like, this is about what you would do. Now, in real life, you would never cross. I mean, you just do the furrows. You never cross like this, but I'm just trying to look for the fastest way to get this done. Because obviously we're going to have this issue at both ends of the field. So it's a pretty neat device. I wish you'd come out on the other end with a cultivation too, but it's just plowing. Sweet. So to finish this episode up, we will plow both of the ends of the field, and then we'll move this tractor down to the next set of fields that we're going to do, probably the upper right field. And then we'll move over to the other field, and by that time I should have the grass cleared off of my the grass field that I'm working right now with the mower, and we'll go from there. Because we'll have our 4 fields ready for planting, I guess. And then tomorrow morning we can decide what we're going to do as far as planting. I think we'll have to fertilize. Do we have... Let me check the fertilizer states. Nope, there's 3 states, so we are going to have to fertilize. So we'll do... Maybe we will do... Nah, I don't want to do oilseed radish. I think maybe we'll do a spray for the first stage. And then I think the cedar actually does a fertilizer stage, and then we'll have to do one more spray or solid after that. These tractors look like the tractors in cars. The cows. Like, moo. I kept trying to think of where I'd seen this before, and they're red in cars, but it's this style tractor, like the... Let me flip over. Great show. Great movie. Sweet. Feel the power of the Deere. So Ryan? I thought I just heard Ryan mumble, sorry. He has a tendency to come up and go like, ugh. That's his typical, I'm tired. And the kids have all been sick, man. Everybody. I'm the only one that didn't get sick in my family. I am extremely glad that I didn't get sick because I'm busy and I don't have time for that, but I felt really bad for the kids. They were all sick, like all of them. Mater, he seems to be better now, but Ryan and Mark were really sick. Evelyn is still sick, like coughing. Seth is coughing and sneezing. Violet's a wreck. She seems to be getting better though. But really, Seth, Evelyn, Mark, and Ryan have all been like super, like fevers every day, like for the last week. I mean, they're better at times and then worse at others. And my ex-wife is going through the same thing. She gave it to them. Idiot. Sorry. I'm rebelling right now. I'm having a rebellion moment against my ex-wife. Sorry. But she's she got them sick. It was something that she probably got from her stupid boyfriend. And now she's sick as a dog, and so are they. And she's been sick for like 3 weeks. I'm like, great. She's like trying to blame it on the kids, and I'm like, no, you were sick when I was talking to you on the phone about picking the kids up. Don't blame it on the kids. Oh yeah, I guess you're right. I'm stupid. All right, let's fold this up. I'm just being a jerk. She's not stupid. Well, she is stupid, but that's besides the point. All right, I'm going to lift this up. And drag it on to the next field. So, very nicely done, worker. Kudos to the worker for doing a good job. And we're going to get out on the main road here and see what we can see. So we'll go ahead and get that started, and then we'll end the episode. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not over yet, but almost. If you like what you see, please, thumbs up. Pass the word on to your friends. Like, hey, you got other friends that like the farm sim? Say, hey, no, this guy does a good job with his videos. Fun to watch, easy to watch, low calorie, no swearing, and usually fairly family friendly. Almost always family friendly, honestly. Oops, driving all over the place. Now, there's no traffic on this map, so that does make it a little easier to get from point to point, even when maybe it shouldn't be this easy, but shouldn't be this easy. I'm playing on one map right now called, like, Kyverhausen or something like that, and, or Kyver. And it's funny because it doesn't have, it's got a brewery on there, and so you provide hops. It's a new crop that they add in, and it doesn't work real well. The animations are pretty bad, but it has a hops, and then it also has barley, and so you take hops, barley, and water, and deliver it to this brewery, and then they make beer cases, like, and there's each case is like 7,000 liters, and you take these cases and you have to use a forklift and put them on a truck. Well, the problem is that the 7,000 liter my brain pallet of beer bottles literally almost flips over the biggest front loaders. So you have to purchase a full-size front loader, but it's worth a ton of money on medium. So you get a lot of money from doing it, but it's like you have to use like really heavy-duty trailers and really heavy-duty, because if you put it on like the pickup truck, like I tried to throw a case in the back of the pickup truck and it flipped the pickup truck over. So that didn't work. So anyway, I thought that'd be cool to share that with you, though. It is a kind of a neat addition to the game to have a brewery. It also has a bakery where you add a whole bunch of different. You bring them wheat and barley and like 10 other things, and they make bread, and then you get pallets of bread that you sell, and they make a lot more money than just the regular product. But it's pretty. But their markets fluctuate too, so you have to watch. You have to make sure you're getting a good deal. But it's just a pretty cool thing. So, all right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to hire a worker here. Thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe, and I will see you on John Deere Farm.